Hello. Welcome everyone. Namaste. I think we're here together. Happy, happy, happy full moon. So if you're not sleeping, don't worry. That's what I usually do. Instead, I slept very deeply and I was awake around 4 to 5, probably 5:30 when I went into a deep meditation. So in the Intuition Awakening Summer School, hi Brittany, hi. I know some of you are out there that are Be Light Bright is in the school too. And hi Tiffany, hi Sylvia, Autumn. And please say hi, happy full moon. And instead of hearing almost anything on the recording, because we do it, we're having 7 attunements, and this one we did 7 times. And so it's amazing because at first it's like nothing's happening or something's happening. And it's so different every time that after doing it 7 days or 7 times, if you feel intuitively to do it 3 times in a day, that's fine. However, it changes every time. And you can see how it's a little bit like going to school. Like they have to teach you addition, 1 plus 1, before they can teach you calculus. You know, it's like we have to take ourselves through these phases. So this week we're going into past lives, quote unquote, other lives. So everything already exists. And the future, what we would call the future, has waves and waves of potential futures, even 1 minute from now. And so we can tune into any of those potential futures and any of the experiences we would perceive linearly in our past. And we have access to our Akashic records, to everything we've ever done. And so one of our most powerful messengers, one of our most powerful guides, I believe, without doubt, I did this earlier, but I don't think I ever used it. I opened up a little thing for my eyes. Is you in another part of your soul, especially since I've done sessions with people and deep work, shamanic traveling, and all the different things that I do for so long. I've seen so many, not just my own experiences, that spontaneously some form of past life comes up, and it's always relevant to what's going on, like uber relevant, and they come up all the time in my sessions. And so this was one of the guides, messengers that wanted to come in right away after we've now activated our Merkaba, or our star tetrahedron. It's part of your light body. It's a structure that needs to be updated, activated, given a little love and attention, because it's there, of course, but it is the point inside of us that takes things from the etheric realms, the subtle realms, the things we can't touch, into the physical realm. It's basically this. It's the 2 pyramids, one above, one below, perfect balance of masculine and feminine. So we're doing that right now. If you want to join the school, you still can, no problem. Nothing's changed. And jump right in, start to activate your space, connect to your soul guide, which also has evolved. So today we're here to play. This is a party. So during the night, what was fun is during the full moon, Sylvia said that she didn't sleep. I rarely sleep during the full moon. I really loved it when I had a roof deck, my own private roof deck, and I would spend almost the whole night under the full moon. La 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 la, dancing around, doing magic and whatever. And just, there's something about the moon that I love. So what asked to come through today for our party? I'm going to put the slides up so we can see it together, but a lot of fun energy. So we're going to play, we're going to have fun. Please say hi. Please say if you have a question. And we're going to be really, 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 that's not the right word. One of my guides said smothered, and I'm like, nobody wants to be smothered when you're in a body. I mean, I like to be smothered in kisses, but you know, in general, we can find a better word for that. They're saying like all over you is going to be this sacred, divine, feminine energy. So the silver moon is the reflection of the sun. The sun holds that God ray, that 12th ray, that ray that brings everything life. And then we absorb it, we take it in. So ladies and gentlemen, number 1 rule today, receive, receive, receive. Receive, receive, receive. Okay? I want you to start because I've already created the infinity healing chamber, and I want you to just close your eyes and do what I'm doing like right now. Just like as if you were bringing something towards you. If you actually, we have some. So I've been burning a lot of copal this morning to cleanse and clear our space, to create protection, to allow us to see and use the illumination of the divine moon. So everything in my life is sacred. Everything is fun and sacred, not always solemn and sacred, sometimes solemn or quiet. And this creates, it carries like sacred smoke. And then every being right here, and the beings that they represent, and the cosmic energies that they represent, and they're bringing in energies to protect us, to open our inner eyes, to bring us clarity, bring us prosperity. There's Ganesha removing obstacles, and the beautiful Copal doing its thing, and Jaguar, of course, and Dolphin for me. And this particular shell said, "This is my wand today." So you might take a look around if you're at your home, and if you're not, like our beautiful Brittany driving, we're going to put a protection sphere around you. Hopefully you've done your Archangel Michael. So we're putting pillars of light around everyone, everywhere. And we're calling in the divine realms of the angels. And we're just going to feel like the air is filled with the angels and now the fairies. And oh, what I was going to show you was, right? So then if you have smoke coming, sacred smoke, it's trying not to burn myself here. Right? It's kind of like this, like taking your hand through the smoke and gently and bringing it to you. So you're bathing yourself. So if you've ever been in sacred ceremony, Native American ceremonies, sometimes goddess ceremonies or different things, this is one of my specialties that I do at the retreats is I use all these different tools, music, sound, symbols, smoke. So let's just do this into the air you can draw into you. And I want you to imagine right now that you are in a beautiful temple of light. So they're immediately taking us in, and they're showing this huge, tall ceiling that almost has clouds in it, but it goes up. It's a little bit like the Rainbow Bridge. It goes up, and it's a lot of colors. It's not just necessarily a rainbow that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of colors, like color rays just up, and different things on the side, maybe crystals or glass, things that are reflecting. And they want you to be like you're gathering. You're using your physical hands if you can. Now, if you're driving or doing something that you need your hands for something else, please be safe and do not watch the video. And remember that you're between the worlds, okay? So ask that a part of you that needs to be present in the physical realm for whatever is required, that means like an emergency, right, is present. Just say that to yourself and then trust. You've now given that instructions, and you're going to feel something in your heart where you feel that it's been received by you. And now you're going to say, now I enter the sacred temple of the moon. And the temple of the moon is like an enormous glass crystal temple, and it goes up in layers. It goes up in spires almost, and then another layer goes up and another layer goes up, and it gets smaller and smaller until there's a huge, enormous crystal on the top. It's a Lemurian seed crystal, and it's like 4 stories tall on the top of the temple that we're inside of. So welcome, my love. I'm sending you a hug and bringing you heart to heart and allowing the sacred smoke to envelop you, to carry away the darkness, to remove the fears. The full moon is always completely around us, is the temple of the moon. It is within the moon. It is within the earth plane. And it is within now your soul and your soul star. So you enter with your higher self and you enter with your intuitive network and you're fully aligned to your beautiful body and all of its intelligence and all the elementals at work and all the aspects of your body. We're all here. You're in harmony. Feel that. And you step into this temple, feeling, looking around. Open your senses and say, I am here, ready and willing to be a clear and open channel to my highest good and to celebrate this beautiful Aquarius full moon. I'm ready to connect with my higher mind, to play with the messengers, to receive soul medicine and love, to connect to the sacred feminine throughout time, throughout space. I am ready. I am willing to step into the unknown and to receive. Receive love and then overflow it. And then it forms a new path into the next steps of your experience, your life, your future, you call it. Now sense and feel these parts of you here. The illumination is so soft and subtle, but the silver ray is radiating to us. And again, all the moon maidens, all the moon medicine from time, from different eras, from different cultures, all the moon goddesses and gods, all the medicine and understanding. They're surrounding us like wisps or windows in time. You move further into the temple and the rays of light pour over you, cleansing, clearing. You simply drink them in, receive. Your key to continue, to enter this space, to join this party, to rise to joy, is you must receive. And my beloved, if you have even just a portion of you still connected to your feminine, divine, sacred templates, and you do because you're here, you heard the call. We are here, we are one, we are inside the one heart. The love here is pure, it's unconditional. The divine feminine goddesses and maidens and spirit nature and moon herself, all of the energies that are here embody the quality of receiving. The divine feminine is designed. The yin is receptive. It goes in, it receives deeply, but only what is optimal, only what is optimal, only what is optimal. Now your heart must choose, say yes, and take another step. The colors will change. The full color spectrum is here. She is a lion, a tiger, some kind of a cat goddess with a huge headdress. It's made of gold and silver and copper. There's crystals around near to the head. It's a fan shape and it's carved with ancient symbols all over it. The full color spectrum has all the rays of creation All the possibilities, anything you need is here. This is the medicine chest. This sacred temple is full of divine love. The galactic goddess holds us in her hands. Receive, receive, receive. Now, you can put your hands down when you want. You can keep moving your fingers. You can see yourself opening your arms, gathering up these colors of the rainbow, feeling the love emanating from the moon, feeling all these parts of you connected. You sense that now you've become a new antenna, and you see in front of you an incredible glowing sphere of light. I am that I am. You announce who you are. I am that I am, and I ask to connect to the truth of my soul's path, the blueprint of my destiny, the powers throughout time and all of my lives throughout space that are relevant, empowering, and optimal for me at this time. I enter this sacred space and I receive. Now feel as if there are energy. There's goddess, a lot of maidens, a lot of Native American or Indian or Egyptian or Mayan or Aztec, and all of these beautiful maidens, and they're bringing baskets or bowls or things and coming and bringing them, putting them in front of you, bringing gifts to all of us. Sense and feel it. This is where you receive more and your senses awaken. Feel the divine unconditional love. Venus is here. Venus says, I hold the divine ray of pure love. Pure love means the recognition of beauty, not the beauty you see with your eyes, although that holds power for you. So surround yourself with it. But even bigger, even grander, part of you can dip like into a punch bowl, into this infinite source, this delicious. It is like some kind of juice, mix, a blend, an elixir. It's saying that the colors here combine to create something delicious that you want to absorb. Give it permission to release. But first, that you are safe to receive. You move towards the sphere, and as you stand in front of it, it's much taller than you. And you see that it is a sphere of gold and silver. It's made out of 5 different bands of light. You see the gold and silver complement each other. You see them cross and touch. You can sense the vortex of light and life creation in the center. This is a Janisa crystal. This is the sacred geometry of the 8 original cells of life, of all life forms. This is a birthing chamber. This is a renewal chamber. This is a reconnection chamber. This brings you back to who you were. Balam Ku is here. Thank you, Black Star Jaguar. Balam Ku is Mayan or jaguar god, goddess. And she is here now. She's very soft. Her blue eyes against her black fur, sleek, soft. You see them looking into yours. She looks straight into your eyes and she says, now is the time to see. Open your eyes. Open, and you can see like me. Jaguar vision opens the cat within you. You must detach, you must detach, you must detach, you must detach, or you cannot see clearly. Know that you do not see truth. You do not see clarity. You must open, but detach. The full moon now. 5 beautiful maidens, all glowing in white, and flowers dancing around. Come and lift you up, like celebrating you, celebrating. There's flowers and petals. The flower essences are pouring in now. The rose essence. Thank you, thank you. So many rose essences, they're dancing around as you are carried. You feel yourself filled with so much joy. They're hummingbirds now. They're coming and flitting around you. You feel that you're raising to their frequency. You're starting to sense these hummingbirds aren't going really fast. The joy is beginning to well up in you as you keep allowing this love to smother your space, to not allow anything but divine acceptance. You feel as if lifetimes are evolving and healing. The beautiful jaguar continues to look into your eyes, but now you feel a burning in the brow, a spinning, this incredible structure, that star, the tetrahedron, this spinning, you see them, you feel them deep in your brow through a blue and purple space, like traveling through time. He says, go deeper, see past this moment, see to the past, check with the past, find the part of you that already knows. Except that you don't see the truth. I'm here now. The divine infinite weave has opened your brow, your crown, all the way to your soul star. You can sense now an expanded, pulsing inner eye. The forehead is glowing. There's new rays of light coming from it. It begins to draw to it the moon medicine. We call on Ishel, Luna, and all of the moon gods and goddesses, all the symbols and energies through time, the wisdom of light that is ready to come to us today, through us and alive now, into the world now, into our lives now. We ask for this divine, loving healing. We accept this. Keep receiving the rainbow colors, feeling the rose essences and flower essences. They're softening and opening the emotional field. You feel more relaxed than ever. You're being carried and celebrated. There's flowers and petals and joy. What do you hear? Do you hear music or chanting? You hear angels. The moon says, you are the child of light. Your light must be seen. You have been told you can't, you won't, you don't, you shouldn't. Never, not now. Today we celebrate because we are illuminating, we are opening, we are giving you the secrets to divine love within. Because to try to break through a mountain takes time and effort and hard work. This is not your path. Receive the deliciousness of these rays of light. They have what you need. We hold you in the light. Allow yourself to receive this love. You have this within you. You have divine love. Yet it judges others and it judges you as never good enough or worthy or only sometimes, or there's a limit. There's no limit. We ask you to put your limits down today, to take off the braces, to remove the barriers, to unlock the doors, to slough off the heavy blankets that you've carried. This is the time of light. This is the time of delight. This is the time of joy. We are celebrating because it's your re-empowerment party. Whew. I see eyes kind of facing the other way. Fantastic. Well, I be wherever you are. This is a delicious space, and I've been directed to come back and start to bring some energies in. So receive this in any way you want. Stay with your eyes closed, floating around. Come back. So here's my Lemurian seed crystal. And since this is at the top of our beautiful temple today, and like we said, let me share with you if I can function. Okay. So again, you don't need to open your eyes. You can receive all of this in a delicious state of joy. And the temple is so vivid, so vivid. It's going to stay, they're saying, for 3 days. So this is our full moon party, and it is actually the full moon. This is a photo last night. Yeah, last night for the sunset. And this unusual cloud, and then suddenly a hole in the middle of the cloud where the sun came through, and other interesting beings around it. And this was the moon last night, and I often get the little blue being, but this you can see 2, 3, 4 little blue beings, and here you can see some of their light body as they're over here on the tree. And here you can see a rainbow radiating aura from this one. And when you zoom in on that one down in the trees, that's the moon up above. That one is also multiple, which is kind of unusual. Oh, happen. All right, good. So I will tell you more about the Sacred Spirit Guide Circle. However, we're in the middle of our party. So I am starting a monthly circle. It's only going to be, it's on sale for $23 a month or way less if you want to pay for the year. And all the details will come later. They're all up on the shop. All right. And we're continuing to pull that together, but it's going to start in August. So so we said that we're going to bathe in the full moon light and get the moon medicine, and we definitely got that going on right now. So the spiritual and cosmic energies are very much the same. We're still in this process of reclaiming our power by realizing that our old ways cannot take us forward on our spiritual path. And so we're in an illuminated moment. But like we were told, our number one key is receive. Okay. So the first thing we must do is physically, if you move your body, or if you imagine swallowing or tasting something or breathing something in, receiving something into your arms, into your hands, every aspect of the idea of receiving, because to be honest, most of our deepest blocks are in the difficulty receiving. So what I used to see when I first started to work with a lot of people around the world was around money, which is tied to self-worth, self-identity. And then this goes and connects to all the deeper programs. And there's deep connection to other lives. So this week in the Intuition Summer Camp, if you want to join, our second class is Thursday. And they're all recorded, so you can buy it later if you want, but you can join now, get on the group with us, chat, share, and go through the process. It's going to be about meeting the messenger of our other lives, our past lives. So I think that came up during that opening, channeled, beautiful. Thank you, goddesses. Thank you, moon maidens. Thank you to the divine. All this illumination, this incredible temple. I don't know how you're seeing or perceiving it, but it's exquisite. And so we're here entertaining, or they're entertaining us. So remember, you're in this sacred place, because the idea of reclaiming your power can run into a lot of fears, and it can run into a lot of things. So I'm doing some very deep processes myself. I'm in a learning phase, learning some new tools, going deeper on tools, going deeper into my own personal path with some new tools. And it's stirring up a lot of emotion, it's stirring up, and I'm a very emotional, it's actually my authority is through my emotion. And so having emotions that overwhelm or that go out of control or that get triggered, it's not an option. And I used to be roller coaster, but most of the time now, it takes a lot to start that. However, I have to sit with it. And in this illuminated moment, whatever you're sitting with is illuminated. And the exact soul medicine, they were saying an elixir. I was seeing this like fruit punch where there were different colors were pouring in a big ladle, a big silver ladle. And they were like, here, it's just made for you. It was so beautiful. I wish I had a video in my head when we do these things, because I could share with you. So be in a space of receiving your own soul medicine. We're receiving from the full color spectrum, which is kind of like the rainbow, but the cosmic rainbow, right? It goes way past what we see as a rainbow, because we see very, very little. But all of those colors have power, have energy, have frequencies, and they have different shades or hues within it. They're quite powerful. So we work with the gold ray, we work with the silver ray, and they create balance. We could work with the violet flame. It transmutes karma and lets us reconnect to our spiritual path. Perfect allies to have with us. So with Pluto blocking us right now, our north node, south node, that means we have to choose a new direction. And that means in order to reclaim our power, we have to see ourselves differently. So Jaguar came in, and she was very gracious by coming right up and looking. Originally, she was only looking into the left eye. And because she kept telling me it's a little too intense. So if you experienced her looking into both of your eyes right away, great. And then she moved to being right there. But the third eye to third eye, and the star tetrahedron in the third eye. So these are just things you don't need to know what they are. And you don't need to have, the knowledge that I'm giving in my classes. just accept it. Okay. And then as you feel called to come to my class or to look it up online, whatever, because the soul medicine, the medicine is the energy inside of something. So the copal has medicine. It's medicine. It's protective. It's cleansing. It's clearing. It's very deep, goes dark. When I use rosemary, it can't penetrate the dark energies. However, it's extremely cleansing. So it lightens things up. It clears things that are ready, that are like dirt, like washing the dirt off. And so all the medicines that are here for you, whatever we already explored, whatever's going to come through now, is about this full moon helping you by surrounding you or smothering you in love and that silver ray. So you may relate to the silver ray in different ways. Venus came through, and this is about creating a space where you can reclaim your power, reconnect to your spiritual support team, get bathed in love, the joy. The dolphins are always here. They didn't come in specifically right yet, but the hummingbirds who vibrate at joy, they are an incredible spirit guide. They're very present for me because of the joy power program that we made. They're in that. They came forward and said, we are the embodiment of the frequency of joy. So hummingbirds are all around us. We're being carried by all these wonderful maidens. It's like a spring festival or Beltane or something, where lots of dancing and white robes and beautiful goddessy kind of things. This is the energy. So drinking in the fountain of love as Venus opens a healing hologram of love with the moon medicine maidens. I think that just happened. So when I write this in the email, this downloaded to me as I'm writing it, right? So there we go. I like the fountain, though. We'll take a look and see if there's a fountain of love that comes more. But you could now remember that that's there, fountain of love. And thank you to Venus. So Venus is interesting. Venus, Aphrodite, called in Greece, and that embodiment of love and beauty, but it's been distorted through time to represent only physical beauty, like, oh, that's a pretty woman. It has really nothing to do with it. The idea of beauty and love, this is pure love. And when you love yourself purely, you see your beauty because you're perfectly designed to be you. That means you're perfect. You're beautiful. Inside beauty is where power lives. So the world is desperate, and you see everybody running around chasing, trying to find power, but they're doing that because they don't receive love. So they keep saying, receive, please receive. So we co-created a huge portal to the abundance, illumination, love, and spirit of the super full moon. Yep, we did that. And we're going to receive messages from spirit guides, cards, flowers that want to share their essences. Oh, the flower essences, they already came in. So specifically, oh, yes, I'll pick that up. I'm going to pick up my Paralandra essences and go look at the rose essences and see which ones, because they were calling, they were talking to me. They're right over here, just out of reach. And the crystals. Okay, yes, we are definitely going to talk to the crystals. Of course, they've been here, and we have this Lemurian seed crystal. That is, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second, but the Lemurian seed crystal, they're very rare, and I'm not sure if there are many out there still, but excuse me, what they mean by the newest awakening update, I know. The awakening of the crystals that were programmed through Atlantis and other advanced civilizations and co-created, they were put to sleep. They were turned off, and they were programmed to not wake up. And it's been years now that they've been waking up in layers, different vortexes. The one in Arkansas called me. We went there. We did an activation. We did all this incredible stuff. We're picking up crystals off the road and went into a crystal lake. And it was quite profound, very intense. So it was another level of a lot of communication that I'd been getting for many years about the fact that the Atlantean energy, the ancient Mayan energy, whatever, everywhere, the ancient energies of wisdom that got the fall or the flood or whatever version of this you want to call it, separated us because we were not being in our heart, or not us, but the world was not living in its heart, and it went through a dark phase. Yes, we know that. We're coming out of that dark phase right now. All right, let's see. So we have our joyful soul party going on, and Balamku did come through. Wasn't she amazing? So thank you, Balamku. And I was going to read this before. We're going to do this, but it looks like, Shadia. We haven't heard from Shadia yet, so we're probably going to have that. Now, Shadia X is pronounced sh or s, in Maya. So it's like an SH. So it's Shadia. And she was a beautiful dolphin who I healed with and loved and hugged and kissed. And she was the queen, by far the big queen. And now she has left her Shadia. And she's become this huge protective angel. So we'll see what happens with her. Yes, empowerment party. That's what they said. Oh, I love this. So connect with the sacred feminine moon medicine. Yes, and the feminine moon medicine is interesting because when you actually go, oh, well, what do people say about moon medicine or moon maiden? And this happens when you look up Kuku Khan. There's these comic books or these video games that have now taken some of these ancient names or these ancient entities and turned them into characters. And that's all you see. And it's very distorted. So I was like, no, not going to even look at any of that. So, okay. And then, yes. So when I was writing this, there was something about the Celtic, and I've always been very, very connected to the Celtic, but it hasn't been something that has been front and present yet. And so I was very curious that it was like these maiden and this energy over here, the Celtic energy pulling. Now we do have in the light body school we do use the Triskeli or Triquetra. It's one of the Celtic symbols. It's quite powerful. So one of the things I want you to realize in this party today is a secret door is being opened to you. So through everything we're receiving and experienced, I'm sure that it's already happening. But the shifts now that we've talked about, it's now going to be visible to you because of the moonlight, the love all around us, and everything else. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing some readings and more channelings in a minute. I just want to tell you quickly the Sacred Spirit Guide Circle. So it's going to be the first and third Mondays in the afternoon, evening. We're just Spirit's deciding the final time right now. And it's not something you have to show up for live. However, it's a monthly thing where we meet twice. And then you get a meditation as well. And we're going to be creating the Temple of the Inner Rainbow Realm and realm walking, which is what I was told I do. And I thought that's very true. So these are gatherings with our soul messengers. This is where we're going to, depending on what's happening, it's always going to be different. It's always going to be us. There's going to be every kind of healing. All of the different healings I do could come through. There's always going to be an energy healing that everybody gets. There's going to be all different aspects. So there could be the Jaguar and Dolphin are two of my primary guides right now, and they're channeling through new medicine daily. So these spirit realms, as well as my other councils and Gaia. And this is going to be a sacred space. So we come together twice a month. And we're going to have a group so we can share. And this is going to be a place that every time you come, you're going to be attuned. Something's going to be released, received, and it could be from any of these realms. Colors, rainbows, ascended masters, gods, goddesses, fairies, elementals, crystals, Akashic records. I talk to everything. Sometimes things come through I've never seen or heard before. Recently, I was told aura angels, and I asked my angel friend, have you ever heard of aura angels? And she hasn't answered yet, but I think it's something that's coming through to me. So what you feel and hear could be any of these, but it could be part of you, could be another life. So this is different than class. This is not Intuition Awakening School. I don't take you through teaching and learning. This is a pure experience of creating a sacred chamber each time, going in and being completely in the moment to see which guides from mermaids, magical realms too, all of these. Of course, it's recorded because it's going to be something you're going to want to probably listen to. You're also going to get a monthly spirit guide, soul medicine healing on recorded one, 10, 20-minute one every month. So it'll come out in the beginning of the month and you'll work with that spirit guide that month. Then we'll have our 2 group calls and I'm creating the Meet Your Dolphin Spirit Guide audio, and that will be yours shortly, in a couple of weeks. And so other than August, because it's going to be, you have to look on the website to see the dates. It's going to be the first and third Monday. So if you're in the school, this is perfect complement. Like I said, I'm not teaching in the same way that I do with a school. I'm not certifying, yet we're coming together, and every time you come, you are entangled with those. You're going to find all kinds of magic happening. Okay? So, all right, fantastico. And that's just in the shop, so don't worry. And that's Balamku there. And always she's working with our inner eye. Like today, there's some of my dolphin friends. Okay, so did I even show you that? I don't think I showed my screen. Heavens to Betsy. How funny. Okay. Let's see if I'm showing my screen now. Okay. Well, I will now show you what I was talking about. Go ahead, get big now. Okay, go. All right, so this is the Sacred Spirit Guide circle. I was zooming you. I'm just checking to make sure I'm okay. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so I don't know whether you saw any of this. So this is our full moon party. Woo! This is the picture of last night's sunset. I will get more tonight and tomorrow because the full moon is today. And I just thought it was really fascinating, the shape, the little opening there. Everything is a message to me. I swim in the morning and I'm open and I'm talking. Yesterday was quite profound because butterflies migrate, and they often migrate into Mexico. So I'm swimming, and there's a time a month or two ago where they just come in like over your head, like just amazing. Like you could be out there for an hour and have dozens, if not hundreds, coming in over your head. And it's not like a big wave of them, but they come very consistently. And yesterday they were white mostly, or pale yellow, and they were leaving. And at first I was just like, oh, hi, oh, hi. I always notice all the messengers. And then I was like, wait a minute, everybody's leaving. And then I started to pay attention. And I thought, oh, this is a new crop of butterflies that are starting their journey here and going north. And so then I became, I could send them the energy. I was like, oh, bon voyage and good luck and lots of love and way to go. And it changed the message to me too. It wasn't a welcoming. It was like, we're getting ready. We're embarking on a new journey. And this is the full moon last night. And I love the little beings over here. See, there were many of them when you zoom in. Very interesting. And here you can see the rainbow aura. Sorry about this. And then I just was telling you, here's all the things that I said we were going to do, and we are doing them. And then these are all the different things. This is all on the website, lots of details there about our circle. And right now, if you join anytime in August, you get it for either $23 a month. That says 22. Sorry, that's a mistake. Or a wonderful pay in full. And you just cancel anytime. It's not like you have to commit to anything. But I recommend that you come and you join us. And oh, I see. That's not the type price there. Yeah. So yes, 2 meetings a month every Thursday. There you go. Okay. And I think that's what you missed. All right. So let's move on. Nah. Okay, so I noticed during the first part that I came back in my body and I was like over here. So, good thing we're all out of our bodies, right? All right, so namaste. Let me just check in with everybody and tune back into our beautiful. Let me have a little sip here. Okay. Ooh, segment and a black cat Bast. Okay. Well, you're kicking it off right there. Sylvia. So I was checking in with you guys. Oh, good. You're just after midnight. How fun. Okay, and Autumn says, I would especially like insight into any romantic potential. Fantastic. Autumn, what's your sign and your rising sign? Hi, BB. Be lighter and brighter. Oh, hugs to you too. Hi, Thea. Hi, Destine. Oh, wonderful. Tiffany. Can you share how to develop a relationship with the dolphins? Well, my number one recommendation is to come to the retreat because we spend 3 days there kissing them, hugging them. By day 2, or they recognize us and start going, oh, hi. And then all these miraculous things happen. We did do divination with them and play ball and we meditate. And we're, and in December, the retreat is 3 afternoons with the dolphins, sacred ceremonies, Mayan temple, healings in the condo right there in the beautiful beach town. And then next year we're having one in March, and it's going to be longer, and it's going to have more dolphins, and it's going to involve healing with the dolphins for yourself, but you'll also leave with the option of being certified in a particular kind of healing. So if that interests you, that would be another way. Otherwise, we'll put that to the dolphins. We'll put that to Shadia. How do you develop a relationship with the dolphins? Because often they come to you. So for me, they came to me. I loved them always, but I never thought I'd meet one or touch one. And they came to me in New Mexico, and I connected through an animal communicator friend that I was learning animal communication, and she connected me to this lady who did wild dolphin swims. This was a long time ago, okay, in the Bahamas, and I went on that, and that really started the current one. I was pregnant with my daughter Jordan, who later died, so I have a very strong connection. The lady who put on the retreats had them come to her in her dreams. Donna, Dolphin Donna, we call her, that started the place that we're able to go do the healing work with the dolphins. She started it because they came to her. She felt like they said they needed to connect with humans to do their work on the planet. They keep showing me that they connect to the water. They're constantly recalibrating the water. They can recalibrate people they meet. Once they touch you, if you're even a little tourist comes with their family, everybody in there touches the dolphin at some point. Okay, you kiss them or you touch them, you pet them, you have this entanglement, quantum entanglement in the 3D now. Now they can continue to help that person no matter where they go. So they showed this grid to her. So that's often the way it happens. It doesn't have to be. What you just do is invite them, call to them, look at them, get a statue of one or something else you look at, and just get a picture, off the internet. Take one of the pictures of mine and look at it. Put yourself in my position. Do a meditation where you call to that. This is true for any realm. All right. You want to breathe in, become calm and centered. If you want to communicate, that's why I do the intuition classes, because if you want to be a better communicator, and this is a perfect time to do it because the moon's going pulsing, we're illuminating everything, because you have the ability to receive from anything, well, unfortunately from anything, and often it's toxic information we take in, right? Somebody else's criticism or something negative we were told, or some fear or some worry that we have. And I saw some things yesterday. I'm swimming. It's blissful. I'm in the morning. My honey bunny was able to go swimming with me. The glass, the water was like glass. Everything was just blissful. And somebody came and started. We had swam up the coast a little bit. Noisy guy coming and spraying pesticides. So without going down that road, there's a whole thing that happened from that, and just plummeted my emotion, because I'm like, oh, I'm in bliss. The world's beautiful. I'm weaving with the sky energy, talking to the clouds. I'm weaving with the water. I'm thanking the rays. I'm seeing the little jumpy things out here. I don't know if they were dolphins. And I just was like, receiving the medicine of where I live, because that's why I live here, because it's good for me and I love it. And that was like, wow. So what's the opportunity in that? I don't like it. It upsets me. I know the problems with it. I want to get the hell back in my house before it drifts over here. Um, the level of unconsciousness of that, but it's not in a judgmental way. It triggers an old thing where I felt sadness and pity. And then the white tigers come in and they say, hey, listen up. If you plummet your energy because you saw that, and then Dr. Len, who taught Ho'oponopono to Joe Vitale and to us, I went to many of his things in the beginning, saw him when he first came to the US. And he said, if you are aware of it, then you are contributing to creating it. And the reason to say, thank you, I love you, forgive me, I'm sorry, is to say it to yourself, to not be contributing to that, not be a part of making that more tangible on earth and taking your energy away from it and letting it become less tangible, less powerful. All right. So the medicine in something can be used anyway. And it took me a while. I had to turn the other way. I had to swim. I swam really fast to get down the beach from it. And then I just sat and I felt the top of the water, and I did some different communication things I do with the water. So what I do with the dolphins, honey, is what I do with everything is I open my heart to them. I do something called an infinity light weave with them to imagine you opening your heart, and it's an invitation. All right. Now, like we were told just now, we don't have a lot of love for ourselves. I know I'm way better than I ever was earlier in my life, and there's still probably an enormous way to go. And that's just because we don't really have a lot of role models in our lives that truly honor, respect, and love themselves, that live by their personal design, by their what's optimal for their soul. Instead, we're all being told to be craving and desperate and chasing something outside of us. So if you open up your heart to the dolphins and you send an invitation, they're going to come. And I'm going to just see here. Hi, Jennifer. Woo, happy birthday, Leo. I'm a Leo rising. And this year, for some reason, I'm also a Leo moon. I'm normally a Libra moon, so I don't get that. But that's what my astrologer told me. Oh, there you are, Tiffany, and the dolphins. Okay, I just want to make a note over here to see what's happening. Okay, my ladies. So, yes, Bast. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Bast. Excuse me. This is a Bast, a little Bast statue. Nothing too crazy special, but I have a big Bast, like from Egypt, that my daughter liked, and I let her take it. I hope she hasn't gotten rid of it. I told her, don't you leave that behind. Don't you leave that behind, when she moved from San Francisco. So Bast is, and I do have something in the shop called the Goddess Sanctuary, where we go on a trip with a lot of different ones, and we go with Sekhmet / Bast. So since Sylvia brought this up, we're going to receive, because she's here, and she's also here. This one is actually from Egypt. It's not stone. I got these for my kids. They were very, very, very young when I was there. And the first time, I think they were 3 or something. And again, through different phases, they're 26 now. I hijacked it because I didn't know if they would, they might move and not know the full value of it. So let's talk to Bast. Now, everybody can receive some energy from Bast right now. And what you can do is, let me just see. I'm feeling extremely hot. Give me a second. I don't know if my air's on. So Bast is an Egyptian goddess, and she's technically an aspect of Sekhmet. And most people know Sekhmet. It's the lion-headed goddess. And they generally have, well, sort of shrunk her down into a fierce and savage masculine energy. And this isn't true. And this is what came through during our goddess sanctuary, which was really quite profound. So Bast is the other aspect. She's like this. She's like a domesticated cat. She actually looks like my cats. It's quite shocking. They're very, very long. They're an Egyptian Mao. They have the scarab here, and Abyssinian and Bengal. So there are lots of wild animals. And the thing about Bast, Sekhmet is really about empowerment. So I guess that's what's going on right now, right? And then also, I'm just looking up to see if I can share with you a nice picture of Bast. Bast is a pure healer, pure divine sacred feminine, pure energy of 100% unconditional love. Unconditional love accelerates healing because there's no resistance, there's no judgment, there's no fear. You don't have to hide your sickness or feel that you're stupid for having it or anything else. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, that's lovely. And I'm just seeing if I could share a couple of beautiful photos with you. And we'll see. Okay. One. And all right. There's Beth. Okay. So we can all welcome Bast. She was already here and Sylvia's called her in. She is a pure healer, so she is holding that divine, sacred feminine love that we already had mentioned. So let's see if we here. And okay. All right, perfect. Let me share this with you. I think you're going to love it. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. And so this is Sekhmet. Sekhmet is a beautiful divine goddess. Like I said, I found her to be stunningly empowering and beautiful. She's the one with the lion head, okay? So see that she's a divine feminine. She's embodying that. And she has the sun disk on her head with the uraeus, which is the snake. The snake embodiment, connection to source, ability to manifest, enlightened, opened eye. The sun disk on the head meant you were awakened. This is your halo. This is your connection to source. This is your ability to be able to receive divine energy while in a form. And interestingly, there's a blue lotus, which I was just talking to someone about, and on the top of the staff that she's holding. And this is Isis. And Isis, the other goddess here, is a very important goddess to me and to most people and to our school this year especially. And she has on her head also the sun disk, but with the horns, which has a different aspect, but you still see the snake coming out. It's still the tail, and you can see the head, which is the manifesting into the physical. Then on her head, you see a bird, and you often don't see the whole bird. You often just see the wings. However, this bird is a goddess called Nekbet, and she is, what this means is to be in body and connected to spirit. This is an awakened crown. And this is an image of Bast as this beautiful cat with the divine sacred wings and the third eye. And this is another fascinating image to me. Of course, it's computer generated, but this is another way that Bast is often depicted with the female body. And here's the key. She's holding the Ankh. The Ankh is the key. It is the representative of everlasting life. It is the key to everything. You will see carvings on the walls in Egypt where they're pouring ankhs over someone or feeding them to them. There's all these different ways that this is represented. And I love how they have the tail wrapping around. Oh, okay. So that was a fun little treat to get us connected to Bast. All right. Take a deep breath in. Feel yourself in this divine chamber, bathed in the light, being lifted, celebrated, and carried. Let that breath go. Feel yourself now. You've been being carried around. We've been celebrating all around this beautiful Janisa crystal. And now Bast is in the center of that. So let me actually show you a Janisa crystal so you know what we're looking at. Because I didn't, I am looking at having sacred geometry shapes, portals made, so that when you come on the retreat, we sit in them and we do activations and we have different experiences. And as I was researching, because I started doing this years ago, other shapes, pyramids and stuff, the Janisa crystal came back to me. And I was like, oh, wow, seriously? Okay. So, okay, let me show you this because I think it's important that you know what we're doing here. So this is a Janisa crystal. You might recognize it as reminding you of like a symbol for an atom, but it actually represents that stage of any embryo that duplicates. Where it reaches, it's the 8 original cells. Everything needed has been formed. And so this shape, if you put anything inside of it, if you put some water, if you put some, it's how a lot of flower essences are made. The flowers, the water, the whatever, are put inside here in the sun or wherever is appropriate. So I'm looking to have one we can sit in. And this is what has appeared in our chamber today. So you can go ahead and look at this. This is from young-design.com. I don't know that they still sell them. However, I just want you to be able to tune into this shape because this is a messenger too. All right, so if you imagine that Bast, this beautiful cat goddess, is standing in the center of this, and you're now freed or released from all the maidens that have been celebrating us, and you enter here. Enter into this. It's a glowing, actually. And Bast is sitting in the center there in her perfect little pose in her paws. And you can feel and sense her purr. You can feel the vibration of this chamber. Beloved, 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 you are the love that you have never felt. You are the love that has been riding with you as the secret that you didn't know you held. You have the love that you seek. You have the love that you require. And yet always the healing, the requirement of healing, the request of healing, the begging, the praying, the wishing, the hoping, the working hard, the waiting long. The beauty of healing is that the healing never happens. It doesn't happen first here. It happens first here. It's not going to appear in your body or your bank account first. First, you must come here to the beginning, to the generator of life. You must come with me heart to heart, that I can open the wings that have closed and held your heart from receiving. The newness is something you can create. The love is within you. The love is within you. Where do you see the love? Where do you feel the love? The love is within you. Where don't you feel the love? For some of you, the love is like a flame at your root that you sit upon that you never sit by it, you never feel its radiation, you never tend it. There's a tendency to ignore it, to skirt it on the outside. Love lives within the base of your spine, in your 8 original cells, in your Janisa crystal. Yet without receiving this beautiful nourishment that the full color spectrum and the flowers, the roses are feeding you, cannot become love. You must become love to access the love. And the love within you is the creative force. And when it's unleashed, it can create anything. It is not in the way that you imagine. So you must step out of what you imagine. It is not in the way that you expect. So you must step out of what you expect. You must receive the love, the pure healing that I hold, is that I hold your love. There's no darkness, there's no doubt, there's no but, there's not, no, does not exist. Curl up with me, feel my heart against yours. I'm beginning to vibrate your song, only yours. Feel it, feel it, feel it, receive it now. Now, as you receive it, you feel and you know this love is real. There is nothing that you can do to erase it, to separate from it, to lose it. It is a part of you, it is a part of your soul, it is a part of your body, it is a part of your essence. And we are here, we are all here to bathe you in love so that there is nothing that keeps you from receiving this. So as the cat energy and this Bast energy, it's like a vibrational sound healing. The rose essences are coming through. Isis is watching everything, fanning you gently with her wing. Her wings. She now has a beautiful message for you. Isis, divine Isis, the resurrection energy, the ability to find yourself, no matter how many pieces you've been separated into. I bring you this message that will help you reunite with yourself. This is the key of life, the Ankh. The Ankh that we just saw Bast holding. This is the message that Isis is bringing us. This Ankh energy is the key of life. My gift to you today is that when you embody the Ankh, when you hold the Ankh, when you realize you have the key in your hands, you spin the Ankh, the key of life begins to turn. Again, we give thanks to the Ankh because the Ankh is an energy of itself. It is a divine messenger. Thank you, thank you. Now, Isis is going to bring through the rose essences The message is to say thank you, to have gratitude, to see with gratitude, to feel gratitude. It doesn't have to be because of something. You do not hold back your gratitude ever because you don't think it's deserved. Live in non-stop gratitude. And you will see, you will know, you will find there is nothing that can stay from you if your heart can appreciate it. Now feel and sense with gratitude how much more open your field is, how much more open you are, because you have been burning in the fires of sacrifice, giving up yourself for no reason. There's never any reason to give up yourself, to not feel or sense who you are, to not receive. Fire is to ignite you, to reboot you, to free you. Never, ever sacrifice, because that is a belief in lack. The flowers, the rose essences that are here, Sonia, she stabilizes and supports your cerebral spinal fluid pulse. After it has completed a shift to accommodate an expansion, this rose essence is here to help support your expansion experience. Chicago Peace, another rose essence, is coming in to stabilize the movement and interaction from the cranial to the sacral, through the spine, the chakras, the fluid. This allows your expansion experience that you are receiving today to come into a delicate rhythm, aligning the nervous system and the sacral. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a message coming through now. This message is for autumn and for anyone else who feels it. This is from the sacred spirit realm that says that look ahead. It's like you're standing in front of I want to say a portal of light, but it's more like a wall of light. But the light is shining. It's showing you that it's coming from the other side. And you are feeling and sensing this light, and it's coming in, and it's bringing you the path of your evolution. So Pluto is right now blocking, squaring the North Node, which is our life path. And so we cannot find our life path. We do not feel aligned on our white path, or we are going or using the wrong tools. And right now the key is to get off the path, to leave. And this is showing you you're right there. This spiritual evolution is to set your heart free. And there's a hummingbirds. These are hummingbirds. And this is exactly what I was seeing. There's dolphins dancing in the back, I think. And what I saw was you feeling that like you were standing right like this in front, and you're not seeing it. So focus softly on the subtle realms and Your next steps on your spiritual evolution are going to come through. Thank you. Tiffany, 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 Tiffany. The pink dolphins have a message for you. Oh, okay. So I've got to hold the Lemurian crystal to the dolphin's heart. Spout. I'm going to get it going. So this is Lemurians. Yeah, I was going to say, I know they're here. Here we go. Lemurians want to speak. So these are Lemurian dolphins. And Tiffany, they're saying that if you want to talk to dolphins, that we are the ones that are in your heart. We're the pink dolphins, and not like the pink that you know of the rose quartz. In Lemuria, we use other frequencies, and these frequencies would be what you would call pink because it is a luminous glow. And the heart of a dolphin married to you in this sacred chamber, if you could feel that you are heart to heart with this dolphin, that literally standing up in your arms, heart to heart. And everyone who would like to connect this Lemurian dolphin of the pink, well, is it a ray? Kind of a ray, but not what we would call. This is a full color spectrum. This is a pearlescent realm. This is a high chakra realm. This is a soul message. This is a purpose message. Open that to your hearts. Open to your hearts. There is a frequency that is going to start to vibrate now. The dolphins and the Lemurians work together with the undines, the water spirits, the mermaids, and a lot of the other realms. Everyone that wishes is receiving a heart-to-heart message from these beautiful dolphins. So this specific message from the Lemurians for Tiffany is listen to the sound of the universe. "51. Listen to the sound. Where is it? Right here in your crown. In the center of that sphere is a Merkaba or star tetrahedron. So everyone, this isn't really a message that everyone can receive. Listen to this. Realize your hair and your angelic or your etheric hair are like connections. Tubes are like portals and wormholes. All the energies that are moving around when you get aligned. This is beauty. Receiving messages, sending to new realms, and I, sound of the universe. So there's a few more Lemurian messages. This one is for Destine. I can find you guys again. This one for Destine. The violet flame. Do I talk about the violet flame a lot? You probably know about the violet flame. We have a violet flame cleanse in the shop. Violet flame is one of the most powerful guides we have because it's a ray that's been consciously worked with. It transmutes anything that doesn't serve you and rewires you, reconnects you to your soul's purpose, plan, path, awareness. So here's what they say, 52, that's a 7. And here's the picture you can see. Beautiful. coming from the infinite into, if I can see what I'm showing you, yeah. See, coming from the infinite here, weaving into something, into your hands, and growing, right? Transmuting. Look at the activation coming from here, connecting you to metamorphosis, transformation, freedom, third eye, other worlds. Really another message for all of us. Thank you. Ingratitude, ingratitude, ingratitude. Okay, this is for Genevieve, my love, Genevieve. So the magical realms, of course, dance with you, my dear, always. However, the stars are calling you today. Maybe because we're inside of this beautiful moon. Here you go. So this is the Starseed deck. By Rebecca Campbell. Forge, don't follow. I love this message. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish that you had. Look at that, my beloved. There you are, before that infinite field. You've created this space. Are you going to enter it? Enjoy it? Again, this is a wonderful message for everyone. And we can see that this right now today is our full moon, showing you, illuminating the potential already that you've created. If you forge and you don't follow, if you are the authority in your own life, if you look for a new path that suits you, that vibrates, then your true contribution to the world is going to come through. Namaste. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do some more. So fun. Let's see, Destine, we did Autumn, we did Genevieve. Hi, Marsha. Oh, Jennifer, Lucille. Hi, Lucille. A tiger bee fly was hanging out on my. What's a tiger bee fly? Wow. Yes, well, tiger bee fly. I'm going to have to look that up. I've never heard of that. We have something here called tabanos, and they're a gadfly or some kind of a horsefly that bite you. Only the female. Very, very painful, very serious. Takes a long time to heal. Big like that. But I've never heard of a tiger bee fly. Wow, that's amazing. I love every part of that together, though. You're so welcome, Tiffany. Wow. Relating on many levels. Good. Oh, hi, Deb. Oh, my gosh. Deb, I just actually said Deb, and I was like, I don't think Deb's here, but I'm going to do something for Deb anyway. Deb's been MIA because of tech things, and so I was just so relieved and so happy. Yay, my Deb's here. Okay. Yes. So that's the other person, the Lemurians I know, at least right now, want to talk to you, Deb. And I'm not surprised because you're coming to the retreat in December. Ooh, la, 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 la. All right, let's see what we got here. Deb, Lumen Essence. 35, which is an 8. I love that. So she's holding her palm portal chakras, are bringing a frequency through into her heart. She's very mermaid-esque. We've got dragonflies. We have lilies, water lilies. So we have a lot of awakening here. Wings, flowers in the hair. That's what was happening to us when we started this. Oh my goodness, look. Look at this. So let's see here. Wow. Everybody just, again, and look at how it's spelled, lumen, essence. So this is the essence of lumen, which is the essence of your glow. Beautiful. Look at, she has tears. Tears of light, honey. Tears of light. It's the cleansing you're having is tears of light. Tears of, oh, my Deb. The dolphins also want you to communicate with them. So don't forget, do the recalibration audio that you get when you sign up for the retreat. Hi, Holly, 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 Holly. Time Crystal. Hello. Oriana. Oh, hello, beautiful Time Crystal. How wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's do a few other ones. Let's see who else wants to talk. And okay, who's really up for some growth? Ah. Okay, it's probably one of my students, eh? All right. Let's kick some butt here. Ah, my goodness. So this is called the Dakini deck. It's very old. I don't know whether you can even get it anymore. Look into the mirror of your mind, the home of the secret Dakinis. And the Dakinis are actually 64 Dakinis, ancient symbolic representations of the female principles of intuitive wisdom. And they are the guardians of the deeper mysteries of the self. And it is through them that the secrets of the inner transformation are opened. And the archetypes are here in this deck. So many years ago, dear spiritual friend, uber powerful friend, I would play with her once a week on Sundays. My twin babies would stay with their dad, and we played, and that's where I first encountered this deck. So it's a bit odd. It's made out of these collages, very 60s and stuff, but it is powerful. Okay, let me just tell you, this deck scared the crap out of me, and it was early in my spiritual days learning about this stuff, but I love it, and I found it recently, and I'd forgotten that it's the divine feminine principles. So let's see, Holly, you keep jumping out, so we're gonna do Holly, and don't get scared. It just means it cracks me up because I'm all like, go, 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 let's make it happen, you know, and it's, oh my goodness. So remember, like a lot of you say here, that everybody gets a message often from everything or often from something, right? Love you, Deb. Oh my goodness. I kept seeing you, hugging you in December. I was like, wow. So play with that, and then send me a message about what that feels like to you, Deb, and I'll share into the class group for you. Okay, Marsha. That's who I was looking for. Okay, I've got a few more names here. And oh, Sylvia, I'm so glad you brought Bast in. She's just down here purring and purring. Remember, you've got that going on. So the fun thing when you come with me is we go into temples and into more different spaces, and we move through time and space, and the space changes, and then I learned through from my first mystery school and for some of my healing modalities, that you can ask for that energy to continue. So they're just, I'm always in the space of what's optimal. So you're continuing. Bast is still purring. My babies are purring now. My little fur kitties that I've decided to keep. And I pick Shell up. She's still little, but she's getting taller. I pick her up once a day to have a little practice because she was on the street. And I put her right here next to my heart. And she's gotten to where she sits down, she relaxes, she leans into me, and she purrs like loud, and it goes right into my heart. And I whisper to her, and I kiss her little head, and I hold her, and we have like a minute maybe. I don't, however long she likes it, but it's so beautiful. And I'm receiving such incredible cat medicine when that's happening. So we've got the Bast energy going on right now. All right, so Holly. Well, this will be fun, Holly, because Holly's in the Intuition Awakening School. Like I said, you can still join us, and we've just begun. And she's getting to, the end of the first week where we're going to then go connect with our past lives. So whatever happens in the full moon, we're still going to be feeling the full moon on Thursday, but this will be very relevant to what's happening. There it is. Came flying out. Okay, Miss Holly. Now, this does relate to the tarot, and I don't traditionalize the tarot much myself. But if you want to look it up. So this is number 43, which is the 7. It says Mount Meru, M-E-R-U, the center of the universe. The center of the universe. So I will get you a little more info in just a second, Holly. So it's quite beautiful. Don't be scared. They're not all scary here. They're very powerful, very direct cards. So this is the center of the universe. This is your messenger today. And the medicine is coming through a 43 and a 7. And honestly, I don't even know what Mount Meru is. Could Google that. I'm going to after the show. And let me see if there's something here. 43, right? 43. Okay, these are related to the minor arcana, the element water, and the suit of cups. Okay, so this is, if you know the tarot or you want to look up, this is the cups, the suit of cups, the element water. Okay, and this is the center of the universe. So let's see what's coming through for that. So a lot of this energy that we're in right now, this idea of the cerebral spinal fluid that's being aligned by the beautiful rose essences, okay, from Paralandra, and the love goddesses and the moon goddesses, and all of that is that water energy, that emotion energy, that fluid energy, the amniotic fluid energy. So this is very much a receiving, because the dolphin, okay, I'm going to just do this. The dolphins keep showing me to do this. Okay? So there's a lot of meaning in that. I want to leave you to get your own. But when we are working with the Merkaba or the star tetrahedron, it's a pyramid shape from above merged with a pyramid shape from below. And here's the pyramid shape from below. And the dolphins do this very often especially when we're there and I'm doing the healing activations, is they turn everything upside down. So here it's a chalice, it's a cup, it's a receiver. Quite solid. If it's the center of the universe, then you have everything. Here it looks like a nipple, like being fed by the breast of the mother. And then, of course, here you have your divine upward pointing pyramid and all the powers of the pyramid energy. So you're there, you have access to the center of the universe right now, and that is within you. I would definitely work with this. You know, we're activating it in class, so you're in the right place. So this is a very interesting. If you want to know more about this later, I'll look in the book for you. Okay, baby? Is Julie here? I keep hearing Julie. So the next one is from Marsha. Marsha. I'm sorry. I know you probably have heard that too many times. Marsha. Ooh. So this card used to freak me out. Like I said, it was early in my days. It's Guardian, number 36, Guardian. And it's actually a Chinese dragon, if you go to Chinatown. And look at how it has the third eye. The three eyes look exactly the same, and they're creating that triangle, that gateway. All right? And the Guardians, remember, were meant to scare away the darkness. They're not meant to scare you. This is a guardian for you. So you're receiving the wisdom that you have guardians right now for whatever you're doing, small and big, okay? And this is a guardian for your awakening, the awakening that's happening for your inner eye. That got really boosted today. Let me see if this has a particular thing. 35. This is from the element of fire. suit of wands. And 3 and 6 is 9, which is completion. But mostly this is about your guardian. Your guardian feels that you are not willing to let the guardian do its job. So receive. Ooh, nice, receive. All right, Susanna. No, there's a different deck for Susanna. Okay. So share with me if you're getting anything from this. Susanna. Just looking around, there's a different one calling to you. I think it's these. Yes. Okay. These are called the gateway cards, and I like them. They're more like an oracle card, but they always have a very tangible message. So everybody that gets a reading or something, make sure you take it deeper. You think about it, you feel into it. You don't leave it up to me to give you the whole definition, right? You have to start to have that personal relationship with it. Look up a little bit about what it means. Only take in what you resonate with. Okay, Susanna. Okay, this one here. Always find it interesting. Ooh, so your message is listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. This is perfect for what we're doing today, too. So you're having that radiation. You listen, whispering to your heart. Here you are receiving from the divine heart and the beautiful. Oh, again, there's our star tetrahedron, our Merkaba right there in the center. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Again, wonderful for everybody. Is there any more for this? Yes. No. Lucille. Who wants to talk to Lucille? Ah, Isis. Okay. Isis, where are you, darling? Okay, Lucille, Isis wants to speak to you. Lucille. Lucille's in the school too. Oh, it's going to be so amazing this week. Oh my gosh, it is amazing already, and we're in the full moon. Okay. Let's see. The Serpent of Fire, Priestess of the Serpent Sisterhood. Okay. So I'm going to show it to you, mostly with cards. I read the pictures, and I can send you this, but it is showing Isis standing between two carvings of Isis with that snake on the head, with the horns of the awakened inner eye, with the sun disk, with an enormous serpent on the forehead, the same as Ixchel in a lot of times, and then also one from one arm around the neck and here. So holding that, and Serpent of Fire. Fire element is usually the fire spirit element. So this is you awakening your spirit, and the eyes on the walls of her are drawn like the all-seeing eye that has the representation of all the aspects of the inner mind. So these are showing that what you're really doing right now is very strong work with the Kundalini so that you can open the third eye and manifest in the world. You're a very, very strong manifester. I don't show you that. So you realize that this serpent, right, is all about life force. And this is in the 8 original cells in the Janissa crystal, is where our Kundalini rises. And it's perfectly balanced. She's holding it on both sides. She's able to manifest it. It's coming across from her right to her left. So she's allowing it to manifest and then merge with her sacred feminine. So work on that, opening that inner eye. There we go. Beautiful. And I have one more, and then I must move on. And it's for Oriana. I'm just going to tune in and see Oriana. The Starseed deck is what called to you. Oops, here we go. Huh. It's like saying this message, then this message, then this message. And I'm seeing if it's leading to like one or if it's a series. So when you receive intuitive guidance, right, you want to be like, what's calling you, what feels right, what's the deeper meaning of it, let it unfold. But sometimes we find it comes through multiple ways. It's not just here is the card. So the first message was, you know that you've cracked open. However, the next phase is surrendering even more deeply to the alchemy of life. Remembering you're the child of the cosmos or the universe. There's this calling to fall into my arms, the surrendering into the extremes and to be the container for the opposites. Oriana's extremely deep, so I know that she's able to receive this information. This is the fall into my arms message. Looks like a cenote here. All right. This was the cracked open one I saw first, and then it came back around, so I knew that this was the universe within you. Now, child of the cosmos was the next one that came for you. You can see how she's fully surrendered into it. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And you've been playing with this, with gateways and portals, and how to embody and understand the way that things are created from multiple dimensions. So this is very much an affirmation for you to like embody the next step. And this was the final one that came through that for you. And it says jump in. And it says it's like an I, adventure, and say yes to change. And I think everybody could receive this beautiful rainbow eye. You can see the person is literally somebody diving in like it's water into the next adventure. Oh, how wonderful. Okay, everyone. Namaste. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful full moon. Come and join me in the Intuition Awakening School. You'll see it there on the shop page. Come and join me in the new monthly group where it's not a school, but it is a sacred space where we're going to be channeling, receiving healings and information twice a month together. And let me just say Sag, Sun, Leo rising. Oh, me too. Autumn. Oh, wow. I'm Sag, Sun, Leo rising, Libra moon. Wow. Interesting. There you go, everybody. Oh, Jennifer. Jennifer and Theo. Hi, Liliana. I'm Crystal in the Heart, Oriana. Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful messages. Thank you. Good, good, good. Okay, everybody, I've really got to run. Let's see. There's one more message here. I think it's for everybody. Thank you. Woo! High fives. This was so fun. I love playing with you guys. Well, I like that message. It's the goddess of awakening. And she says, this is a wondrous time of exploration, romance, and creativity. And I think that because, of course, we can receive from the sun. However, I would imagine that this is really us receiving from the star, the moon. So we can just absorb this in and breathe in all of that divine love, all of that moon love, all that silver feminine ray from Venus to the goddess of awakening. Now release it as if you're letting it bathe you and sink into you. We give great thanks for this sacred space, for this gorgeous temple, for the full color spectrum that's feeding us, to these beautiful moon maidens, to this celebration and this beautiful original cell structure. Thank you to Bast for your healing and love. And I ask that all of these healings that are optimal for me, this is you saying to yourself, stay and continue as long as is optimal for my highest good. And as I leave this space and move into my day, may this circle be open yet unbroken. And the love and the wisdom and all of the messages that carry the medicine, all of the messengers that have made it through to share with us today this wisdom. We open our hearts, we open our mind, we become the excellent receivers of all of this love. And we fill up all the way down to our root, and then up and out, and we overflow back and radiate out to the sacred space and all of these guides. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you'll spend the day walking in that beautiful divine energy and share this. And I hope you reach out if you're interested in the retreat, the school, anything else you have questions about. And have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste. Thank you, heaps. Thank you. I slept in the light of the full moon last night. Wow, Julie. I kept feeling you, Julie. I kept saying, is Julie here? Is Julie here?